Napoleon, where football meets full-on delusion, and where I just finished hate-watching Barcelona versus Inter Milan and nearly broke my TV. Inter, you absolute merchants of misery, you had them dead to do 0 up. And somehow, you let that slippery blaugrana cult escape with a 3-3 draw. As a Madridista, this felt like watching a horror movie where the villain doesn't die. Let's dive in, because I've got names, rage, and receipts. Inter's explosive start, then total brain death. Inter Milan started this match like they were possessed by the ghosts of Prime Mohrenhosen. Thuram scored faster than Barça fans could adjust their dodgy Wi-Fi. 40 seconds in, boom! Then Dumfries went full WWE with that overhead kick in the 21st minute. I was already planning my Barcelona banner to Camp Nou tweet, but then Inter decided to switch off. Like a broke laptop, did a Serbi unplug himself? Did Bastoni think the game was over at halftime? The defense turned into melted mozzarella. From disciplined beasts to kindergarten clowns in under 20 minutes. It was the classic Interchoke job, and Barcelona of all people capitalized. You don't let this cursed club back into the game. You finish them. But Inter, they chose vibes over victory, clowns. Lamine Yamal and Pedri, the devil's children. I'm tired of this baby-faced menace Lamine Yamal. This kid is 17, but he plays like he drinks goat milk straight from Zidane's fridge. His solo goal was filthy, cuts, feints, and disrespect all packed into one move. And Pedri, that puppet master with a baby face? Inter gave him too much room, and he orchestrated every move like he was conducting Beethoven. The midfield started turning into a Barcelona possession party, and all Inter's midfielders could do was chase shadows and cry into Cal Hanoglu's hair gel. These two are the new virus. I don't want to praise Barça players, but damn it, credit where it's due. Pedri and Yamal ran the show, and the moment they clicked, Inter looked like a pub team. Dumfries FC and Lautero's disappearing act. Let's give Dumfries his flowers, he was on violence tonight. That second goal, outrageous. Guy turned into Ronaldo Nazario for 5 seconds. Bro was latent with that overhead kick. He gave Koundé and Gerard PTSD with every run, but where was everyone else? Lautaro Martinez vanished like he'd just unlocked ghost mode, injury, and hooked. Barella was busy moonwalking into trouble, and Cal Hanoglu decided to cosplay as a yoga instructor instead of controlling the midfield. Inter became Dumfries FC, and no one else. Thuram scored that early opener and ghosted the rest of the game. Summer made good saves, but even he couldn't keep out that cursed deflection off Raphinha's shot. Who, by the way, somehow turned into the reincarnation of Ronaldinho. Bro was supposed to be a flop. You can't rely on one man. You bottle jobs need to work as a team. But nope, when Dumfries got tired, the whole squad melted like gelato in July. That ref, those calls, and the curse of common sense. Let's talk about the ref. What was that? Barcelona were getting soft calls like it was an open mic poetry night. Every brush, every breeze, and his free kick, Barcelona. Meanwhile, Inter were getting wrestled and told to play on. Ferran Torres dove more times than Neymar on a trampoline and still won fouls. DiMarco got body slammed, no whistle. It felt like the ref was wearing blaugrana boxers. By the way, the disallowed Inter goal didn't look offside to me. Let's just be honest, how the hell was it offside? Barça out here robbing everyone. Oh, and that blatant handball in the build-up to Barcelona's third? VAR was too busy watching reruns of Money Heist. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but this reeked of classic Camp Nou Champions League voodoo again, where the game was lost and what it means. You had them, Inter. You had your boots on their throats, and you took them off to polish them mid-game. Barcelona were vulnerable. Koundé was sleepwalking. Inigo Martinez was one bad step away from pulling a hamstring. Gerard Martin, who is that? Inter could have roasted these guys, but no. Instead, you allowed Lamine, Pedri, and even Raphinha to build momentum. This game was lost in your heads. You played scared after going to 0 up. You stopped pressing. You let the ball dictate you. Now you're going back to the San Siro with no Lautaro, no clean sheet, and all the pressure. Barça, they walk out of Camp Nou smelling like roses after playing 30 minutes of good football. Football is cruel, but Inter were stupid. Now let's quickly rate these bums. Szczesny, 6/10. Wait, what's this Juventus sleeper cell doing in a Barcelona kit? Made a few good saves but looked shaky on high balls. Clearly misses Serie A's slow tempo. Kunde, trash. Injury, and Hook. Bro thought he was in a fashion shoot, not a football match. Got cooked repeatedly by Dumfries and didn't know if he was playing RB, CB, or tourist guide. Turned into a cone in transition. Kuparsi, mid. Future star or not, Inter made him look like a schoolboy at times. Got dragged out of position way too easily. Shaky under pressure, but hey, still more solid than Inigo. Inigo Martinez, shit! This man moves like he's got expired joints. Chasing Thuram was like watching a Fiat 500 race a Ferrari. He's got experience, sure, but no speed, no timing, and definitely no business starting a UCL semi. Gerard Martin, mid. Wait, who? Inter didn't even target him, probably out of pity. Had one decent cross and then disappeared. Might have been a hologram, not sure. Frankie de Jong, 6.5/10. Controlled the tempo in spells, but faded when Inter pressed with intent. Still glides around like he's playing in a jazz band. Deserved better teammates beside him. Pedri to 8.5/10. Disgustingly good. Vision, control, composure, everything Madridistas hate seeing in a Barça kit. Slipped into pockets of space like a snake in tall grass. Maestro-level performance. Lamine Yamal, 9. This kid is a menace. It's actually criminal how much he cooked Inter's backline. Solo goal was filth. Bodied defenders twice his size. He was cooking DeMarco for fun. I used to want DeMarco at Madrid, but nah. Not anymore. Give me Nuno Mendes now. Lamine was come under pressure. I hate it here. Olmo, 5, mid. Tried a few flicks like he was auditioning for TikTok FC. Didn't really affect the game. Felt like the least dangerous of Barca's front four, which isn't saying much. Raphinha, 8. This bozo comes alive in chaos. Scored by a deflection. Thankfully, it was an own goal. This guy's shots are dangerously powerful. Nearly scored another and kept peppering Inter's box with crosses of doom. Wild but effective, like a feral cat with pace. He gets an assist for Ferran's goal. Ferran, 7.5. This fraud somehow keeps scoring. He's like a cockroach in the apocalypse. You can't get rid of him. Inter gifted him space, and he finished with icy calm. Trash most of the time, but capitalized well. And now the subs, the bench brigade. Eric Garcia, 2, shint. Why does this man still exist in the squad? Came on to defend, immediately lost his marker, and nearly handed Inter the win. Human glitch. Should be arrested for defensive negligence. Araujo, 7.5. Look, I hate how good this guy is. He has bozo moments sometimes that he came in today with I'm tired of this nonsense energy and immediately shut down Inter's wing threat. One clean shoulder-to-shoulder with Thuram, and the dude flew to Milan mid-match. Annoying wall of muscle. Furman, mid. Came on running around like he had 5 Red Bulls, but forgot to bring his brain. Pressed like crazy, but every pass was off and his decisions were pure chaos. He's got passion, but no precision. Not gonna rate the passion merchant and co. Did absolutely nothing. Let's get to the bozo moments that cost into the game. A Serbi's panic passing. This man panicked like someone unplugged his controller. Gave away the ball in dangerous zones. Invited pressure. Looked like he was wearing clown boots. Bostoni ball watching. Just watched Pedri dance in the box like it was a talent show. Never tracked runners. Reacted 3 seconds too late to everything. One of Barca's goals came from him daydreaming. Calhanoglu sleepwalking. What happened to the midfield boss? Fell asleep during key transitions, didn't cover passing lanes. Let Pedri control the match like he was watching from the stands. Summer's deflected nightmare. Not entirely his fault, but brr, 3 goals conceded. When Raphinha's shot deflected in, he looked like someone stole his lunch money. This was Inter's chance to bury the monster. But instead, they played exorcist, then gave the demon an espresso and invited it over for dinner. As a Madridista, this was emotional torture. We needed you to hurt them, to silence them, but you gave them hope. Now, the second leg will be at the San Siro, and Inter better show up with iron lungs and vengeful energy, or we're staring down the barrel of a Barcelona UCL final. And I swear, if that happens, I'm reporting Inzaghi for crimes against football. Smash that like if you're tired of Barca's cartoon-level look. Hit subscribe for more truth bombs, and comment below, will Inter get the win in the second leg? Who do you think will go through? Hala Madrid and Inter. Next time, don't show up if you're not ready to kill the tie.